I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spotlight Over the City. I'm your host, Stan Long, along with the lovely TERRI T-Bomb Long. Let's get it, guys. We are live on location, and when I tell you, what's the name of our love situation?
Love Story Retreat. It's a marriage retreat.
But first, shout out to the whole DMV. Thank you guys for tuning in to Spotlight Over the City.
Yes, indeed.
Shout out to LA, Philly, Chicago, who else? Charlotte, North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia. Everybody who's tuned in, we appreciate you guys. Everybody on IG, we love you guys. Facebook, you already know how we rocking. Let's get into it.
Let's get into
Showtime.
it, y'all. It is showtime.
I wore this straight off the road. I'm looking crazy. I know. But guess what? We still do a show. We bring this show no matter what, y'all.
That's right.
We take it on the road.
We take it on the road.
We do it locally. We do it however we can do it, but we doing it.
Yes,
So,
indeed. What's up, everybody? Listen, it's still a Thankful Thursday. We don't have our regular background, but listen, we at a remote location. We trying to get our love together, y'all.
You see all this back here?
Yes.
Ooh, when I tell you it's fire in
What's
the
up, everybody? What's up,
gang?
Sean? What's up,
What's
everybody?
up, Sean?
On Instagram and on Facebook. So that you know, we are broadcasting live from a remote location. Love Story Retreat. It's a marriage retreat with 9 other married couples, and we are going to really spend some time these next few days getting reconnected, learning about the importance of marriage and staying connected with one another. So we're going to be going, y'all follow us live on our Spotlight Live. We're going to be taking you all on a journey for the next 3 days with us. But tonight is Spotlight Over the City. We still have a show for you. You know what?
For sure.
Yes, we do a show no matter what, right, baby?
Hey, and when I tell you, so we're going to talk our relationship talk today. We're going to take some questions.
We've got questions. People got questions for us.
Y'all got questions?
Yes.
So get your popcorn, get your mate, find somebody, whoever you're trying to lock with. If you're by yourself, lock in, get your popcorn, get you whatever you use. And let's get into it, man. We're gonna have a great show. Let's get into it, y'all. We are gonna have God is amazing. First of all, we love to shout out our Black businesses, y'all. Black businesses mean a lot to Spotlight Over the City. We're the People's Champion Media. And if you are a Black business owner or you know someone who has a reputable Black business, please have them send us an email to info@spotlightoverthecity.com. Again, that is info@spotlightoverthecity.com. And we will feature your Black business on an upcoming show. Today's Black businesses, this one is near and dear to our hearts because we know who they are. Carolina Kitchen is one of the most favored Black-owned Southern soul food cuisine restaurants in the DMV area. Owner Lance London started his first Carolina Kitchen many years ago back in Hyattsville. Mm-hmm. And now many. Yeah, now there's one in Brandywine, Maryland, Largo, Upper Marlboro area. There's one on Rhode Island Avenue in Washington, D.C. Lance, we are super, super proud of you, but not just Lance. Miss Moss, the boss, Dawn Moss. She's the amazing young lady who's behind and responsible for the Black excellence that you all see throughout all of these Carolina kitchens. She makes it happen behind the scenes. And shout out to you, Dawn. Shout out to Lance, too, for being one of the longer lasting restaurants, Black-owned restaurants
And he has at least 4, if not more.
It's 4.
It's at least 4 of them, yeah.
It's
For
4
sure.
of them.
So shout out to Lance London for doing such an amazing job.
Dawn, you Black Girl Magic, and we know that you're the face behind all the Black excellence that we see at all of these Carolina Kitchen locations. Never heard anything bad about Carolina Kitchen in all of these years. You can dine in, you can carry out. They will soon be offering delivery services. So y'all follow them on Instagram. And as well, you can go to their website, www.carolinakitchen.com, and stay up to date on all the amazing things they're doing. Their food is the bomb. Their Hyattsville location, which is the original location, has a full service bar. So listen.
You guys give me some comments on Facebook. Let me know you on there. Let me know. I can't see.
Talk to us
Let
today.
me know you on there. Talk to me. Let me know when you're in the building.
Talk to me nice.
Give me some hearts. Show me some love. You know,
Talk
hey.
to me nice,
So wifey, let me just say this.
Well, baby.
I want them to know. She makes sure, like when we leave, she making sure that, I mean, we have company at home and she making sure that that's done. She making sure banners in the car. She making sure everybody's taken care of before we leave. And I'm saying, like, as you can see, we got the backdrop. The whole 9. We a traveling show, so we try to make sure we stay consistent with you guys.
That's right.
No matter what you can say about
baby,
Spotlight,
we ain't missing no show.
We don't miss a move unless it's something, the studio on fire or something going on. We try to bring you guys a great show every single week, and we just want to say we really appreciate you guys for locking in with us.
Sure.
Because there's plenty of places you could be, but you lock in with us each and every Thursday, and we love you for it. And we try to do our best. So stay tuned this time because we're going to talk about some real serious stuff today, and it's going to be fun at the same time.
Yes, it is. The other Black business that we want to shout out this week, New Paradise Naturals. It is a health and wellness company specializing in holistic health and natural skincare. They have products for energy, glowing skin. They have 92 vitamins and minerals in their products, cold and flu treatment products. And for the rest of this week, y'all, hear this. You can use discount code FALLFusion21. Fall Fusion 21 to get 20% off of some of the most amazing natural products. And if you share one of their posts and mention them, you will receive a discount for 30% off. And so here's the information you need. On Instagram, it's at, the little at thing, New Paradise Naturals, and you can visit them online at www.newparadisenaturals.com. This is Spotlight family too, so make sure you support this young lady's business. She's got some amazing natural products for you all. You ready, baby?
What's the name of I want to shout out to the catering company.
That's upstairs, but I don't know the name of it. We're going to tell y'all about it.
They had one.
Hey, Frank, if you're listening, tell us
somebody
what's
put
the
it in
name of the caterer?
Somebody put it in the thing if y'all upstairs listening. Who's the caterer that's supplying the food for us? Because it's amazing. Crab cakes, wings, all kind of this and that. Just a lot. So and they're from DC. They're local. So
Donna Stallings says she loves Carolina Kitchen. We do too, Donna.
Yeah, that mac and cheese fire, right?
Yes, indeed. What's happening? Well, we told y'all what's happening this weekend for us, that we are at we call this the Love Story.
Retreat.
The Love Story Retreat, y'all.
Love on something. We're gonna get our Love Jones on. How about that?
Yes. And so we're going to be doing some amazing marriage skill building all weekend. But also what's going on, Spotlight, we stay working, and even when it's not me and Stan, we have our team working this weekend. We are going to be covering the red carpet again on Saturday for the Gaslight premiere. It's from 5 to 9 at Regal Hyattsville Royal Theaters in Hyattsville. Harold Jackson III, you did it again. You did an amazing job.
Yep. And this
film is starring Brave B. Moore Williams. That's she's an amazing actress.
She killed it.
Yes, T.C. Carson, Terrell Hicks, and many more. Get your tickets on Eventbrite, you all. This is for the DMV premiere. So let's show up and show out for them.
Get them tickets.
Listen, you can do some networking and meet and greet and a cocktail party from 5 to 6:30 at Carolina Kitchen on Saturday. And then you go to the film premiere at the movie theaters, do the red carpet. And then the after party is going to be back at Carolina Kitchen. So starting at about 9 p.m. on Saturday, head over to Carolina Kitchen. We're going to be there too. So our team at ASQ, Alex, thank you so much. Jay is going to be covering the videos for us, and Bill Hart is going to be out there hanging out with us.
Gang.
So that's our gang.
Man, Bill Hart.
That's right. So you all hang out with us on Saturday in the DMV area for the Gaslight premiere, and it's going to be an amazing film. Stan has already seen it, right, baby?
What is it?
It's a clip of something.
Oh, we got a clip for something?
Oh, that's right. Let's show them.
Okay, we'll be right back. Spotlight of the City. Gaslight, baby.
Thank you, Mighty Mouse.
Yeah. look so tall.
I don't
Welcome back to
know.
Spotlight. Y'all like that clip? So
Yeah,
that's gas.
so
Like that was
this Saturday.
That was a soft premiere. That was one of those invite only small little events. Just the soft premiere of it. I thought it was an amazing film. I loved the whole thing. Shout out to Be More Brave. She sure enough killed it.
Yes,
And, so
we're
did
gonna
the
pin this
lead
comment.
actress. I'm sorry that I don't know your name.
Her name is Terrell Hicks.
Terrell Hicks.
Mhm.
Thank you. She did it, and the one I used to be in love with, she played in that Keisha.
What?
Belly. Remember Belly? Did you watch that?
All I heard was love. You in
Yeah,
love
the
with something.
one with the ears, just like mine. Her ears be like this.
You was in
Keisha.
love.
Remember she played Keisha and Belly? She was in it, and she was amazing as well. Yeah, Keisha.
Okay, all
Yep,
right.
yep.
Listen, what the last thing going on, we got a clip for you all for this as well. But let me tell you something about this Grow and Thrive conference that's coming up next weekend. Your girl T-Bomb might be one of the co-hosts, so stay tuned for more updates on that. But listen, Joy Cook presents the Grow and Thrive conference coming to the DMV area next weekend, November the 20th through the 21st at the AC Hotel at the National Harbor. This conference will focus on empowering and supporting you. You will be motivated to go beyond ordinary by activating more life, more business, and more money, more success. Who couldn't use some more of that stuff, right? So make sure you register at www.growthriveconference.com and go follow Joy on Instagram. But listen, Joy gonna tell you about something special for y'all, our Spotlight family members.
We got
something for y'all.
Wait a minute.
Watch this.
Let's go to this clip. Check this out.
Hey there, I'm Joy Cook, life strategist and success coach, as well as event and host of the Grow and Thrive Conference. And I am extending a special offer to Spotlight Over the City followers, listeners, and viewers. So let me tell you a little bit about the conference. The conference is called the Grow and Thrive Conference, and it will take place November 20th and 21st at the AC Hotel at the National Harbor, right outside of Washington, D.C. Now, you may wonder, well, Joy, who is this conference for? It's for you if you are ambitious, success-driven, forward-thinking, if you're an entrepreneur, business professional, corporate refugee, thought leader, impact maker. If you want to activate more life and success, this conference is for you. Use the code that's been provided just for the family of Spotlight Over the City so you can register. And remember, seating is limited. So register soon.
Welcome back to Spotlight Over the City, man. What did y'all think?
Yes, y'all. Joy, we're gonna do some amazing things next week, empowering people. And shout out to Doc Gooding. He's one of the people on the panelists for next weekend.
Man, Doc.
He's
Shout out Doc.
a lot of amazing professional people. So you
Cigar
all check
210,
out
right?
the Grow and Thrive Conference, www.growthriveconference.com. The first 5 people who use Joy's discount codes will get $100 off of the registration fee for being a part of our Spotlight family. Go do it, y'all. Come on,
Y'all get $100 just to be
join us.
Wait.
Join me there next
They
week.
don't have to do nothing, just be a part of the Spotlight family?
Yeah, you gotta use the discount codes that
$100
Joy just told you about. Yes. All right, Spotlight News. We're gonna skip song. What is it? Name that song.
Name that song. Yeah.
We're not in the right environment. I don't have mics and all of that.
Y'all
And
notice we don't even have no mics today?
I don't. Yeah. So we just push that aside. But we got some great stuff for you. Spotlight News is sponsored by Shea Butter Like Whoa. Shea Butter Like Whoa. They provide gentle and natural skincare products that are 100% non-toxic. And listen, y'all, it is time for the fall and winter. And a lot of people struggle with ashy, dry skin and crackly skin during this time of year. So make sure you get you some Shea Butter Like Whoa. www.sheabutterlikewhoa.com. Go to that website, and guess what else? Because you're a member of our Spotlight family, you can put in your discount code SPOT20, SPOT20, and you're going to get 10% off of your order. And guess what else? You can do that as many times as you want to. This month, next month, for Christmas, when you want to start shopping, use SPOT20, and you get 10% off your Shea Butter Like Whoa products. Stan and I use their products. I use it daily.
Love it.
Yes.
I just discovered a new scent. Can't think of it. I know one is Egyptian something.
Black Passion or
no. Egyptian something.
Okay.
But it was a whole nother one that I found in my bag that you was trying to take. That's real cool. But when I tell you guys, don't get no Shea Butter Like No, get you some Shea Butter Like Whoa. And when I tell you the texture alone is gonna blow you away, that's what I'm sold on. Just keeping it 100. Because I ain't really into no bunch of creams and this and that. But that Shea Butter Like Whoa.
Yes, indeed. That's right. Shout out to you, Terry Williams, for doing an amazing job with that brand. All right, Spotlight News.
Oh, before we get into the news, can we shout out Bistro to go, baby. Hey, they upstairs whipping it up right now as we speak. Black owned and operated. Out of the DMV area. I'm thinking DC in particular, but yes, out of the DMV area. So shout out to them. Bistro to go. When I tell you, check them out. Go to the site. I'm pretty sure they got one. I don't know what it is, but go to that. And when I tell you the food is amazing, they do catering and the whole nine. And there was somebody else out. Shout out Grady's. Grady's seafood dip. If you haven't dipped it in there yet, you haven't been dipping. Make sure you get over there to Grady's seafood dip. This one right here.
I dip my stuff. I pour my Grady's seafood dip all out on my paper stuff, whatever I got on the table.
Put it on the paper?
Anything that I put, I just pour it out on whatever and dip my crabs in that Grady's seafood dip. Let me tell you something. Y'all don't know what you're missing.
Hey, so anyway, it is really, really good. And I'm not a dip person. And when she put me onto it, I was like, man, so shout out to Grady. Anything black owned, man, we already own it. And so for those who always get in my inbox and sneaking in, talk about, wow, let's talk about black owned products. I'm black and they black owned, we black, they black, we black. And so at the end of the day, you already had a head start. No disrespect to you or yours, but we have to play catch up. So I'm gonna help us catch up.
All right, let's go. You all, unless you've been living under a rock, I know you've been hearing about what's been going on with Astro World, which is founded by Lisa concerts from Travis Scott. Man. Tragic thing happened last week in Houston. A huge outdoor festival. A melee took place, and people got trampled to death. Though
super
not
sad.
just trampled to death.
Super sad.
Very sad. As of today, there have now been 9 people to die. There was only 8 people reportedly dead the day that it happened. But today, the young lady, she's 22 years old. Mighty Mouse, do we have her picture?
You can't even say only on this one.
Huh? Okay, it's okay. It's not a problem.
So anyway, the young lady was,
she's 22 years old, college student, and she was in the hospital on a ventilator for the last few days. But today, she left us, and it's so very sad.
So I'm gonna say condolences.
Brain was crushed.
The family. It's a lot of things that's going on. So one of the things that puzzled me was the energy. Right, I'm hearing this energy was so negative, and it was such a force of negative energy. So many people were screaming, help me, and this and that. There was just a lot going on, like way more than we could say because we wasn't there. But a lot of people were saying that it was a real dark energy over the whole situation. And so my prayers just go out to the people that got hurt and trampled, and the ones that lost their lives. Condolences to the family, the ones that's hurt in the hospital. Prayers up for you guys. Hopefully you pull through and everything's come to full.
It's an 8-year-old boy also fighting for his life. He was on, how you take your kid to a show or something. He was on his dad's shoulders when the, I guess when it starts rolling and people starts pushing and trampling, the dad fell over. So obviously if the son is on your shoulders, the son falls over too. The dad passed out. He couldn't get his son, and the son got trampled. Super sad. All his organs got smashed, and so he's fighting for his life. You all, so
let's put those prayers up. Let's follow up with these people and see if anything we can do. So
they're suing Travis Scott.
The one thing, I mean, that's of course you knew that was going to happen. But the one thing I want to say is this. We want our kids to have fun. We want them to go to these situations. They know the artist. They're familiar with the music. But you also have to be familiar with the temperature and the climate that you're going into. So from my understanding, now I'm just speaking from somebody who's not a Travis Scott fan at all. It's like a rave type of energy, which is not always that great. A lot of drugs, a lot of negative energy. That's that rave, jumping around, hyped up, And so from my understanding, they thrive off of that at these concerts. So children, I don't know why children would even be allowed to be at these type of concerts as wild and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, it's super sad no matter how you look at it. You can't slice it no other way. It's really, really sad. And
it really is.
People making saying that he went to wherever he went.
Dave and Buster's for after party.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know that he knew the severity. I don't know that he did or didn't. I can't say. But
let me ask you a question though, babe. What do you think? Like I heard Lil Duval, and this is my next news topic, is actually Erykah Badu came to Travis's defense, and so did Lil Duval. So a lot of people are saying, listen, you can't blame him for the melee that broke out. Like, I mean, how can you blame the artist for what happened and people getting trampled? Erykah Badu, she went on her Twitter and she posted a comment in support of Travis Porter, Travis Scott. I said Travis Porter. Travis Scott, and saying something to the effect of, keep your head up,
she said, keep your head up, Travis, and just kind of supporting him. Well, someone who's against what she said went on there and said, how can you be supportive of this? And she's saying, Travis can't be blamed for this tragedy. Do you think that he should be blamed?
Well, I can't speak on that part because I don't know what part he played as far as keeping the concert going, not stopping it on time. I can't speak on it because it's all speculation. But what I will say is this: as an artist, because I'm an artist,
You a what?
As an artist, when you get on stage, you give out the energy that you come to give off, and you don't really know the reaction of the crowd and what's going to happen in the crowd, and you really can't say. All you can do is control your energy. You can't, and so you don't always know what's going on in the crowd all the time. It was very, very dark. From looking out on the stage, you can see it was like almost pitch black, and so it's really hard to see what's going on. So I saw two gentlemen jump up and give him a little whisper in the ear to kind of get him hip to what was going on before he even kind of recognized it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know that he knew what was going on. Right. And so I can't speak on, I only speak on what I can see. And so I just think that to avoid this in the future, check the temperature of these artists, what's going on, the climate of the artists, what they do and how they rock. And so that way you can kind of know whether you should take a 10-year-old, 8-year-old. Because sometimes to be a real adult environment, you don't really want to put your children in those environments. So it's lessons learned. It's tough lessons, but they learn.
Further to what Erykah Badu said, she's one of those celebrities who got time for it. When you come for her, she comes for you back. And so to the person who commented on her Twitter about, why did she support Travis Scott? Erykah Badu's comment was, F you, ho. So don't come for her because she got time.
But what I will say is, though, I don't think that no artist want the audience or their fans to be harmed in any way. I don't see that would be, befitting for the artist in any way. So I don't think that he's overlooking it. I just didn't think he knew the severity. So when you say prayers up for Travis, what you're saying is he's going through something too. As an artist, when you look at your fans getting hurt, or you notice that they've been hurt, or you find out later they've been killed and hurt, whatever the situation, it's part on you because you feel away. These are your fans. So of course your prayers have to go for him too, because he hold a burden of responsibility on himself as a human. So I think definitely agree. Prayers to him too. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Jocelyn Savage, y'all remember her. That's one of the girls that was in R. Kelly's cult, right? She's back in the news. Well, her parents are back in the news. Her parents are saying that they believe that Jocelyn is still being controlled by R. Kelly, even though he's behind bars. They're saying that Jocelyn still won't talk to them. They're still not able to see their daughter. But at this point, Jocelyn is basically saying to her parents, this is what I want to be doing. Leave me alone. So,
well, he's not available to her at this point. So what is she doing?
They're saying that R. Kelly has so much control of her mind and he's not allowing her still to have a relationship with her parents. They feel like it's still him controlling her as to why that she's still unable to see her parents. They still haven't seen her. Let me address your soft ass daddy. Your daddy's soft.
First of all, your daddy and your mama are partly responsible for the way this situation panned out. Because let me show you something. They didn't get there at 21. They got there at 14, 15, 16. My 14, 15, 16-year-old daughter can't be with R. Kelly in no sense of the way. I'm working on my mannerism. So I will wire R. Kelly's jaw. It's no way in the world that he could possess my 14, 15, no age daughter. And while they underage, it just can't happen. So I don't know how that even works out, because you had a string to pull in this and you didn't, because you was looking for a bag and you didn't get it. And so you thought she was going to become famous and one of R. Kelly's proteges, and they didn't. And so that was the dream that was smoke blew up your ass and you believed it. And so that was your fault, though. I don't care what he sell as a dream. My daughter can't go unless I'm dead. Sir. And when I leave, she left.
No, sir. Period. All right. Y'all remember Terrence J? Terrence J. You remember Terrence J, baby? I think he was from one of those, what's those shows? Terrence J.
Yeah, the little soft dude from over there.
I didn't say all of that. 106 Park or something.
Yeah, they done carjacked the boy.
I heard about it. His name is Terrence Jenkins. He was able to escape. Terrence J. He was able to escape a robbery attempt near his Sherman Oaks home early Wednesday, early in the morning, in the wee hours, 3 a.m. He was getting home. Two people in a vehicle pulled up, to his driveway,
waiting
for him at his residence. So apparently they knew where he lived, obviously. The two victims noticed another vehicle behind them. 4 men got out of the vehicle and ordered them to get out of their car. This is them, Terrence J. They and he said they fired at him. They fired shots at him. No one was injured, and he was able to flag down some police officers. So people got to be careful out here. Stan taught me long time ago, even when I'm by myself, when I pull up, like even before I get to the house, I'm always aware of my surroundings and what cars might be around.
Be prepared when you get into the environment. Like when you don't go to bed on nothing. Like when you had, especially if you're a celebrity. Like I'm not even a celebrity, but I be prepared mentally. So you got to know what's going on, what you're going into. When I go home, I'm already prepared. When I walk out my door in the mornings, I'm prepared. When I go in at night, I'm prepared. I'm paying attention, my surroundings. I'm ready. So you got to, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to know you're a wealthy person. You got a few M's. So you got to move a certain way and don't be gang goofy. That's how you get duct tape in your damn driveway.
That's right.
He got blessed. He got away. He got away. That was a blessing. They ain't duck. They gonna duck that ass up. You got away. And so now use your thinking cap. Be more prepared because they won't like they can't double back. Make sure you be prepared. Terrence J and all you other riches out there. Yeah. Make sure you stay ready, man. If you rich, get security though. Don't be strapped up, young. If you're a rapper, don't tote the pistol. You the head of the clique. Make sure you get somebody else to be security. Hire your youngin' and be security. They care about you. Let them be with you. Yeah. But don't you do it. Because if you get caught, you in jail, everybody broke.
Right.
Don't you do it.
Don't make sense, right?
Don't be like, what's the goofball? What's the boy?
I don't know.
Got locked up down there. Yeah, don't be like that. I can't think. Them little youngins, they know what I'm talking about.
I don't know, but shout out to K. Lewis Media. Shout out to the Party Crashers in DC.
What's up, y'all? That's what I was talking about.
Shout out to Ivy on there. She said the shea butter like what you were talking about is called Egyptian Amber.
That one.
Egyptian Amber.
Who said that?
Ivy. She Ivy on our Instagram.
Ivy,
hey girl.
I'm gonna have to send you some.
Hey girl. Hey
I'm gonna
girl.
send you some. We got her information. Inbox me.
Yeah,
you are right.
She
That's
was
exactly
at the house.
what
I think for my birthday.
Super fire. Let me shout out some people. My main.
Juliet is on there.
This is one of my favorite people in the world. This Juliet Copeland young lady. She's the epitome of strength. Not even strength. Like back in the day, like black past magic strength, slave. Break chain strength. She that
Harriet Tubman type strength.
She is Harriet Tubman.
Yes.
This is my Harriet Tubman. So shout out to you. You know we love you all day, every day. My main man D Scott, the promoter.
Hey,
salute
what's up?
Home team.
Who else on there? Okay. Who else we got? What's up, Donna Stallings?
Nah, I can't read all. Okay, I can't read it all. But
Donna.
My main man Grady Seafood.
That's right.
Who else? Donna.
Yes.
It's a bunch. Everybody on Facebook. Everybody on IG. You know we love you.
We love you
on the website. Especially on the website. Thank you guys for locking in with us over there. You get to see the commercials, the whole nine. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel afterwards and subscribe. Because we are really making headway and we appreciate it. Shout out to my man, Sean Branch. Let me tell you something, Sean. That book, I'm on that book, brother. Money, Murder, Mayhem, Money, Murder, and Mayhem. Make sure you get your copy.
Yes, indeed.
It's a list.
Baby, you're gonna love this last news story. A brothel in Australia is offering a free sex session in exchange for receiving the COVID-19 jab. What you think about that?
I'm cool on it. I'm gonna be celibate.
The Sex Star Sauna Club is going to be administering the vaccine every Monday from 4 to 9 p.m. for the rest of November. And anyone who shows up to get the shot during that time will not only receive protection against the virus, they will be given a 30-minute voucher with the lady of their choice. If you get the jab.
So now they're selling your ass to get the shot.
Yep.
If you get some reefer,
you get reefer.
You can get beer. You can get out of jail. You can get scholarships. Bonuses. You can get bonuses.
Airline tickets.
You can get airline tickets, but you can't keep your job. None of that.
No.
So yeah, something ain't right now. Sneaky peeky.
Hey, listen. We got some sports. What you got?
So let me just figure this out. I'm gonna enslave you, rape your wife, separate your children, hang you in the square, call it pick a nigga day, and then I'm gonna save your ass with a
vaccine. A jab.
Come on, what y'all gonna do? Spotlight over the city, baby. Spotlight sports. Think a bit. Aaron Rodgers. What y'all think? Get in the chat room. Y'all light it up. Tell me what y'all think. Because that goofball, what's the Stephen A? I used to be cool with you, Stephen A, but you a whole I didn't know you was an Uncle Tom. I thought you was just an uncle. You're Uncle Tom. You're Uncle Tom house joker though. Let me tell you how bad you are. You rolled Kyrie so bad, bro, that you called him a stupid ass and all of that. Because I'm telling you, you wrong for that though. But when Aaron Rodgers popped out there, you tried to soften the blow along with some of them other white people. Tried to soften the blow up like, well, yeah, he ain't really lie. He just ain't tell the truth. And he ain't really, no, he wasn't vaccinated and he lied. Kyrie ain't lied, he just ain't with it. And so at the end of the day, the respect due to over there. What about this goofy over here talking about, I've been immunized or some kind of lie he made up.
He said that, he's taken something else. And he said he was immunized, right? That's what he told me.
He been immunized, right?
But really, he didn't.
Home remedies, right? And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong
right?
with that.
But what I'm saying is you can't front like you took some type of herbal booster and then say you got the whoop the boo.
Liar,
and so you didn't get that, and you lied. Liar, your ass on fire. And I hope they ride it, just like they rolled Kyrie. Ride it. I was using the basketball league over there so they could do something funny with you. Because I don't like that. And I'm cool with you. But I just don't like how you rocking. And I don't like that how they take the white people's side and they soften the blow over there and they use us as the damn test dummy and act like we the worst ones in the world when we don't want to stand for something. Like we don't know what's good for our damn bodies.
Right.
And he does.
Right.
So how does that equate? My man over here on the right, Kyrie, he knows what's going on with his body too, and he making a sound decision based on him and his.
That's right.
And so that's what the Rodgers boy decided. So why they not equal? Huh? Why they not equal? They not the same? He chose not to. He chose not to. One white, one black. Where's the up row? Why you ain't in the up row? Huh? I'm in an up row. Yeah, get the thing or get your ass. Man, just like they told my boy. Go take your losses. Yeah, lying ass.
That's right. Let's move on. Question of the week, y'all. This is one of my favorite segments where you all submit to us relationship questions, and you get advice from Stan and myself. We love your questions. To submit a question to us, do so via email, info@spotlightoverthecity.com. Again, that email is info@spotlightoverthecity.com. This question of the week is sponsored by Umbrella Therapeutic Services. Umbrella is DC's most reliable and trusted behavioral health organization. They provide community support, medication management, and therapy for individuals and groups. Make sure you get in contact with Umbrella Therapeutic Services. You can look them up online, and they are on Instagram as well. Shout out to Wes Jones, the CEO of Umbrella Therapeutic Services.
Big Wes.
Oh, you all ready? You all ready for this week's question of the week? You all ready to save someone's relationship?
Are you guys ready to talk about relationships today? Because we're going to get all up in it.
All right, baby, ready?
Of course.
Hi, Stan and Terry. My wife and I have been together for 8 years now, 6 married, plus 2 years engaged before marriage. The fire seems to be out, and I don't know what to do about it. The first few years of marriage was horrible for us. Lots of old baggage that we both were, sorry, you all, and we both were sick of each other at different periods of time.
You can't call for me.
Sorry. But we refuse to quit on each other. Lately, my wife has been disinterested in sex. Nothing recently happened, and we have not had any bad times in the past year or so. But she has randomly stopped wanting to have sex with me or kiss me or do anything intimate with me except we hug at night. She never used to tell me no, but she comes to bed now damn near fully dressed every night. At first, I wondered if she was cheating on me, but she is in this house every single day and every night. She lost her job during the pandemic, but she never had to pay bills in this house, so that job was just her fun money. And now she is in here in this house all day and all night. I finally asked her about it, and she said that she is mentally drained from all of the exhausting problems we had in the beginning of our marriage. She also said that she got tired of the routine, kiss her, bend her over, do it, and then go to bed. She says she doesn't feel any sparks anymore, and her mentality about sex has shut down. You all always seem to still be so into each other. How can I get my wife back into me? We have a lot of love for each other, and that's what keeps me hopeful. Aww.
Okay, so that's a great question because this is something that we have struggled with as well as I know a lot of couples struggle with.
You can be honest about that.
I'm gonna be honest, this is a love retreat. Yeah. So to keep it 100 with you, this is something that's really real in relationship I think that a lot of times spouses get comfortable with each other and you take each other for granted. So when you're in a relationship, in order to keep it, you can't never let it die. You can't let it die. That's the first thing. Don't let that spark go. Like if you, whatever it takes, try to keep a date night, whatever it takes to keep that spark. And you both have to be agreeable about it. Like you have to come to an agreement that we're not going to never let that happen to us, right? Because if you decide to let that go, that's that basement, right? So just think about building a house. When you building a house, you have to put the foundation in first, footing, the whole nine. If you don't do that and you just jump up to the roof, you have nothing. Because when it gets rocky and your foundation wasn't solid, then it's going to start shifting because it has cracks in it. And so what you have to do is not let the cracks get in it by making it solid. So it'll get rough in the beginning because you're learning each other. Just think about it. Two people coming together, male, female, we think nothing alike. She gonna get on my damn nerves, I'm gonna get on her damn nerves. That's just what it's gonna be. She doesn't think anything like a man, I think nothing like a woman. And that's just the learning process. That's why you call it engaged, because you're trying to engage each other, learn each other, right? Build on that. But that's where it's supposed to be fire and flaming, and you're supposed to keep things in the.
But he's saying the first few years of their marriage was horrible for them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That basement. See, so the problem is trying to get back to what
they were before they got married.
Because right after marriage, it turned out all hell. It called the day from hell.
Yeah, so the first few years were horrible.
Yeah, so now I blame a lot of you sisters, my wife included. A lot of times when you get married, you feel like you already have, you've conquered the situation. Like it's no work involved, or it's not as much work involved. You have to work harder once you are married because you have to stay married. It's like writing a book. It's not best writer, it's best seller. So you have to sell it. So yeah, so I think that we all have to work on that. We're gonna work on that this weekend. I'm gonna make her bend over, bust over a lot of stuff like that, because that's what has to happen on love retreats and all that. You have to get back to the fight. I'm talking about she has to be a freak, she has to be nasty, she has to be your personal whore, whatever it takes. But that's what it has to be in your house. Whatever, and don't make marriage be fitting for just a blanket statement. It's whatever floats you guys both. So whatever works for you, every bed not be fitting for everybody.
So whatever works for me,
whatever works as that couple is what you have to get into. Don't use other people's marriages for an example for your success or failure rate, because you don't know what the hell they're going through when they're not looking at you. You don't know. So just look at your house. Focus on what's in your house. I don't know what's going on with them two, but they don't have a basement. They don't have a foundation.
So what I will say is, because you did say you all have, I'm a very big in favor. You all know how I am about marriage and relationships. I believe that you are supposed to really fight and fight and fight and fight to make it work. And so I get what you're saying. Like Stan said, you know, our first few years have been rocky too. Like, you know, we have way more good than bad. So, you know, when you all see us on Thursdays, you know, we pull it together, but sometimes it's not as easy as it always looks. The first few years can be hard for a lot of couples. Like Stan said, merging two personalities, male, female, merging. And, you know, Stan and I, we come from completely different backgrounds. So like we're both from the DMV, but we're not from the same cloth. I'm not cut from the same cloth as he is. So we were exposed to different things growing up. You know, I was raised by a 2-parent household, and I was spoiled, and that comes along with a whole bunch of extra baggage that I've, you know, brought into the situation, and it's not good. It took me time to realize a lot of things about my upbringing, and everything wasn't, you know, perfect. And so you got to be willing, though, to work on things. That's one thing that I'm very, very big on. So, sir, I love that you wrote to us, because a lot of times men don't say these types of things. And I love that you want to try to get your wife to want you again. And what I will say to that is try to start doing things like, I've been reading a lot about more things of what you want. So if you want more, you know, affection from her, just start giving her more affection. And then she'll eventually, because y'all love each other.
Yeah, start giving me more affection.
I do.
Yeah, I was saying.
You have to be receiving of it. You have to be reciprocating of it. It cannot be, you know, a one-way street. And so she started to feel like, you know, the first few years wore her out. I get that. So now you've got to kind of like, you know, do some things, and then she'll reciprocate, and then you all can get the wheels turning again, you know?
Can I interject?
Yeah.
So to piggyback of what you said, just remember this though. When you're in relationships, don't think that it's all physical first. Like when you're trying to get back to that foundation, have some fun, have some laughs, date. Don't expect sex right away. Sex is mental.
Wait a minute. Grady says she's tired of just bending over and that's it. You have to take up the time with a woman in bed. You have to stimulate her.
This is okay.
Amen, Grady. That's church.
So one time for Grady. That's where I was getting to that. So mental is what I was saying. Sex is mental, right? It's not just a physical act. It's a spiritual, mental thing. So if your mental is not right, the sex is just, you know how you have a dude that you used to be with, you was in love, and he used to be real like a puddle, and you thought it was the best, you ain't never seen nothing like it in your life, and then when you didn't like him no more, it was just average.
Dry as the Sahara Desert.
But then when you didn't like him at all, right? You know why? Because it's mental. It's an attachment, right?
Yeah.
It's an attachment. So when you work on this with her, you working on this with her. You got to work on this with her, and then you can work on this with her.
So
see, you know how a pimp can send a woman to the corner and don't choke her, and she still come back with the bag? He worked on this, and then this started working. He worked on this. Don't be a pimp though, but I'm just saying, work on this, and then this gonna start working. So when you work her nerves, that dries up. When she works our nerves, this go loop like that. And so, yes, so don't work our nerves and we won't work your nerves and then we can whoop, whoop, whoop like that. And so it's a combination of things we have to understand. When a man comes home and clean up and surprise her with a dinner, we ain't have to buy it. We got a couple of hours, go order the food, bring it home, set it up. Whatever it is, she didn't have to cook that night. It's in the dribble department. Let's use this it's called put it in the dribble department. And fellas, you know what that means when you put it in the dribble department. So every time you do something collectively, now women, this is what I want you to not do. Don't make him suffer when he's trying to get in the dribbling department. Don't make him work all day, night, day, like you don't know what meet him halfway. Be sexy too. Don't make him snatch you and have to take it. Like be with it a little bit. Meet him halfway because it's unsexy for him to have to fight you for it. Well, not all the time. But I want you to I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes that's cool. Sometimes that's cool too, but you know what I'm saying. So
yes.
I just want to make sure you guys understand that sex is you don't just supposed to, I know the young boys think you just beat it up. That's what they were saying, beat it up. That's probably not just what they gonna want you to do, right? Beat something up. They want you to ease into that situation, and you're gonna have nights where you be drinking and you can have
and then you
something.
can do that,
slam on the wall and whoop and beat her up and choke her and bite her in the back. Oh, let me come back. So yeah, but what I was saying, you can want to do those things, but you also have to make sure you mentally connected. Everything's about the connection. If you connected, the deeper you can get the connection, the more the dribble department, more dribbling.
Grady said you gotta prepare that booty. Yeah, you gotta get it prepared, y'all.
Yeah, you gotta get it prepared, gang. You gotta get that thing prepared again. One time for my man.
Especially when you're 51 like me.
Yeah, so they get the flashing and all this stuff going on. So now you got to work around certain days and with the time and all this. But we really have to be more attentive to each other. Is what it comes down to. As a couple, we have to remember how we got there. How did you fall in love with the person that you just like today, or sometimes you don't like them that much? How did you fall in love with them? What was it about them? Some of those same things will irritate the hell out of you today, but that's because you look at her different. Yeah. So you have to go back and see why. Are you looking at her different? Why are we looking at each other different? That's some of the things you have to examine. What happened to us? Mm-hmm. That's sometimes what I'll come and say when she work the hell out sometimes she work them, then she work the hell out on different levels. So she worked the hell out of them. I'll be like, so what is going on? Like, what did I say that you didn't hear? Or what made you feel that you need to be goofy today or something like that? So it's just a checking the temperature thing. You have to always keep checking with your mate. You have to, throughout the day, send her a text sometimes and say, I was thinking about you, or I love you, or I miss you, or, give me some, or something like that. Sometimes you can just send them a text, give me something.
Yeah, say that, give me some.
Just be wild with it. Like I said, make it fit for you. Don't worry about what the pastor said, because he ain't in your bedroom, and he might not be getting her. His might be a little lukewarm. But you got to keep yours fire. So if the pastor ain't humping, don't listen to him. Get your hump on in your house. What I'm saying. Women, if you scared to do and get it all in there, you better not do that. Because somebody out here gonna want to in all of this. So don't be too prudish with your man. Damn this. Get it all the way in, man.
But you'll be too prudish because like I said, I say it on all the shows. Like there are things that I want to do to you.
You want to choke me while I'm watching TV?
Or I want to handcuff you or something. Like I want to just like
I don't trust you to do that.
Tie you up.
Okay, that's the thing.
I just want to do. Like,
I examine your family.
In the heat of the moment, I want to like, I want to spank you.
You got too much testosterone for me. I'm not good.
So he won't let me fulfill some of my fantasies.
It's too much testosterone. So I don't like to be whooped.
But you don't know. You don't let me. If you don't let me, in a sense, in the heat of the moment, it's going to feel different. It's going to remind
me of my grandmother making me get the switch.
You don't know that though.
Let's talk to them about what they want to
do.
So your grandmother didn't beat you, Terry, evidently, obviously. See, my grandmother was my ass. Listen, I had to go to the woods and she said, get the switch. And so let me just help y'all because
So can I bite
she
you?
Keep thinking,
can I like
so this girl, what's the sex girl that gave us the black? I told her don't give you that thing. What's the girl? The sex
Madam
girl.
Wee.
Madam Wee is your damn fault. You gave her a paddle, I said, don't give her a paddle because I'm traumatized from when I was little.
I just want to go.
And so what happened? I went to the woods to get the switch, like she said, and it was little. And so,
but it's not going to be like that, babe. If you take your mind off of it and put your mind
at this point.
Put your mind in a sexual place.
No, I have
when
PTSD.
We're in the heat of the moment,
PTSD.
and I start hitting.
Do other stuff. Look, so this is an example of what I'm saying. Don't make them a slave in the sex. Do what they like. Don't force Don't beat them if they don't like beatings. Don't bite them if they don't want to beat them. But
how does he know he doesn't like it if
she don't want nobody choke? Because she might have got choked when she was little. Her brother choked her. She don't want that. Find out what she like. Just only do that. Don't reinvent the wheel. Terry don't want to do what somebody tell her. She want to,
I just want to do something that I've never.
And she leans over and starts choking me and think that's sexy.
Because I thought that was a foreplay move. Like I was like this.
Yeah, no, don't do it. So I went with it. So yeah. So anyway. Yeah.
Okay, so I hope we gave you some good advice. So I know we got off the path a little bit.
Yeah, because
we do have to go to a quick commercial break, a quick one, and then we're going to be back with some relationship questions for me and Stan.
Well, I want to say shout out to you being my whole gang over there.
Yes,
you guys are amazing.
You
wherever we go, they broadcast and get us popping. We all the way out of West Bubba somewhere, and we still got the internet. And we
Justin, James, Mighty Mouse, we love you.
Gang, you already know.
Yes. All right, let's go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Spotlight.
I'm Terry Williams, the founder of Shea Butter Like Whoa, a natural body care company based in Maryland. We specialize in body butters, scrubs, oils that are awesome for the entire family. What makes us different, you might ask? We use only plant-based ingredients in our products. We've been curating our products for over 10 plus years, put a lot of love into our products, and the process is what separates from others. We make products for your entire family to enjoy. We love what we do. We put that in every product that we make. And we want you to try us out today. You can reach us and you can look at what we have to offer on our website at SheaButterLikeWhoa.com. You can also follow us on any of our social media outlets as well. We look forward to you visiting us, and we look forward to your future business. Visit us today at SheaButterLikeWhoa.com.
Hey, y'all. So welcome back to Spotlight. So
what's up, man?
Hey, gang, what's good? Hey, gang. So can she bite you?
Yes, can she? Man, what will you all allow your women to do? What are your limits?
What's y'all limits? What's some limitations?
Brady,
in there? Let me know.
Can Sharita bite you?
Can she bite you, choke you? Because you was laughing, Brady, but I don't see no paddles on your ass. Did she put a paddle on his ass?
Hey, gang, can your woman spank you or choke you or put handcuffs on you? What would you all allow your women to do?
So I'm cool with the handcuffs.
Okay.
We can do that, but just give me the key.
No, that's not, no. But if you gotta trust me wholeheartedly.
All right, let me tie you to the bed.
I'll let you tie me up. Look, I told y'all I'm down for it. He can put his toe in it if he wants to. I don't care.
So you guys, I want you guys to really realize though, it is work though being married. Like in all jokes aside, like we really have to be dedicated to it. You have to really, hone in sometimes. You have to, check the temperature. Sometimes I'll sit down and just say, how does this look for you? How does this, how you feel we doing? How do you see us going right now? Just to get her opinion, because I'll have my own, I'll feel a way. she may not feel the way I feel. So I'll ask her to see if we on the same playing field, so to speak. And so I think it's called relationship tune-ups, right? Like as we go, your car, you put a few miles on, you have to take it to the shop, get some repairs, make sure you get it tuned up, oil change. That's just maintenance. So relationships kind of like the same way. We require maintenance, especially as men. We need to make adjustments here and there sometimes.
Right.
And what I think women need to understand is, and men too as well, it's a lot of women, I speak for, I'm a man. It's a lot of women out here that's single and some that's not, or whatever the case is, that's thick as a Snickers and this and that and all this. And they'll try to do things to get your attention. So I think women need to be attentive, stay attentive to the man that's in front of them and vice versa for the sisters. It's a lot of men out here that's handling business and looking good and swabbed up and how they say, dripped up and this and that. And so at the end of the day, it's opportunity there for them as well. So we also have to stay attentive and make sure that we're not taking the situation for granted. Keep sex hot though. That's the basic. You gotta have some good sex, but make sure the mental's right. Make sure the mental's right.
All right. Well, so here's some questions that people wanted to know or inquiring minds.
Here we go. Y'all ready to get it in?
They really quick but fun things, y'all.
Let's get it
ready?
in. Y'all ready to rock?
All right, baby. You have to be honest. Y'all keep us on. Y'all, somebody,
right,
whoever's watching, y'all hold us accountable now. Make sure.
Y'all make y'all comments in here. Y'all get in the chat rooms and say what you feel. All right.
So,
relationship time.
Who asked who to go on a date first? Was it you or me? Who asked who?
It was you.
It was me. Yep, that's true. So he got that one right, y'all.
All right.
Who said I love you first?
It was you.
Yep. I asked him to go out first. I said I love you first.
It was equal.
Oh, wait a minute. There's more on here. Who changed their Facebook relationship status first?
You.
Me. That was me. Who mentioned marriage first?
You.
That was me. Well, dang, that was me. All of it.
You wanted to be married. Men don't feel obligated to marriage. No, we just.
Who has the craziest family?
Me.
Okay, don't forget about Brian Nichols, though. I think he trumps everything.
Yeah. I forgot. I'm trying for Brian, though. I actually like Brian. I think he's cool. He just made a big mistake, but he's cool. Yeah, but that took the cake. One person in her family took all of my family.
Do you all remember?
Don't even
we
tell
got time.
No, we won't.
Okay.
Leave my home.
Who picked out the engagement ring?
Me.
Yes, Stan did. So far, we have not disagreed on anything. Who is the better dancer?
Me.
Now that's not true. Stan
one
has
time for that two-step.
He got the
one
same
time for the two-step.
That he
stink. One time for the bus dance.
No, you're not the better dancer. Be honest. Who's the better dancer? Because even when we first met, you was like, that's one thing I like about you is that you can dance. So now
what y'all say?
All you do is that same old man two-step. But I do this. I have the snake. Hey. Yeah.
That's all you got?
I'm just saying, I know how to do the snake. I know how to do the happy feet. I know how to do the worm. I wish I could show y'all the worm.
You win.
So who's the better dancer?
I guess it's you if you do all that.
Yes.
I'm not gonna do that.
Can y'all imagine Stan doing the worm?
Let me see. What's the worm?
The worm is when you get down on the floor and you go.
You doing the floor?
Uh-huh.
You do. Come on, let's go. I'm telling you. So I'm praise her. You been on the floor though? What part of you been on the damn floor, Terry?
I've been on the floor doing the worm.
You lying.
Yes.
They should have put your ass out.
Yes.
That's the day.
Have you ever done the worm? Have you ever done the worm? Do the robot. He got a cute robot though.
Oh, I can't get no
do it. Come on, baby. Do it.
I'm not. Keep going. We talking relationships. You probably serious.
It's just questions. I know it's serious and fun. Who is the funniest?
Me? No, you. Yeah, you.
I was about to say, come on now. You know I'm the funniest.
Yeah, you silly.
Who is the most romantic?
You.
That would be me. Speaking of romance, let's talk about that a little bit, you all. I would like to get you all's input, men especially, of what you all consider romance. Romance can be different for different people. For me, I will share that what I consider romantic is, I remember when we were dating and Stan, we were long distance and he would come visit me, I think like once a month sometimes. And one time when I got home from work, I think you had stayed there longer before you had to drive and hit the road.
Mhm.
And when I got home from work, he was gone. But on my perfume stand, he had wrote a note with a paper towel and just said, "I love you," with a heart. That's super, I'll never forget that. That's super romantic to me. And then the other most romantic thing that he's ever done, I used to have to go travel a lot for my job before the pandemic. And one time I came back from just, a crazy 2 days in New York and on the train. And when I walked in the house, I was so just like, oh my God, just traveling was sucking, all of that. And he was just like, he opened the door. I mean, listen, I had the most romantic night. He opened the door.
What did he do? He opened the door.
He opened the door with his towel on, smelling good. He was freshly shaved. It was just like out of a movie. And he just was like, put your bags down. And when I got upstairs, he already had my favorite. He know romance for me. Romance for me is this kind of stuff. And I love slow music, y'all. Like I love old school slow music. He had the music playing. He had candles burning.
You see that?
And on the bed, he had it laid out with some of my favorite candies, with sugar babies on the bed. And there was a towel. Listen, there was a towel laid out on the bed for my massage, and he told me to go get in the shower so I can get cleaned up. And he said, "Oh, I'm gonna take care of my baby. I know you had a rough travel time." And let me tell you something. Those are the two things that he's done that I never forget. Like I said, it was nothing. It was very simple with the paper towel. He hand wrote on there, "I love you," with a heart. And that time I came back from traveling. Like, so for me, that is the epitome of romance for me. I don't need you to send me to Paris on a trip, a surprise. What you did, those two things right there are the most memorable things for me at this point in our relationship. So that's what romance means to me. What about to you?
You mean as far as what you've done?
What do you consider romantic or anything? Yeah.
I feel romantic is the times that we used to meet halfway. So when we first met, we were in different states. So we would always have a halfway point, right? And we would meet at this hotel, wherever would be halfway, and we would get a hotel, and we would stay there for a weekend. And it was different, multiple places. So it was really sexy because we were still getting to know each other. It was new. And so we wouldn't see each other for maybe 3 weeks at a time. And so when we did, we locked in. And we was kind of just locked into the hotel. We would order food and the whole nine, and we would just be in there. And so I thought that was romantic because a lot of different things we did while we were there on different times.
That was the first one time I peed on myself, remember? Because I was laughing so hard.
That wasn't the romantic part. That's what I've been saying. So this is why. So
that was part of the romantic weekend, though.
It wasn't though, but yeah. So anyway, this is what I mean. Walks in the park, holding hands by the beach, walking on the beach in the sand, having sex on the beach in the daytime, not the nighttime, basically. So like that, huh?
We haven't did that yet. Not on the beach, but in the park.
You be scary.
Who's scary? You want me to call
okay, that one time. I wasn't scared.
We was at a park, and he was like,
they had a field trip.
Kids out here. And I'm like, so they weren't paying us no attention.
So we went out there and had sex in the park, right? First of all, we was out of town, and it was like I don't even know where we were, but it was a park by some water and all that. So it was kind of sexy.
Perfect. What's that?
So we went over there. It was a park bench, and so we was gonna go on a park bench and do. I looked over our shoulders. They was having a field trip. And
I think it was a kid's birthday party
over there.
But I was like,
so I'm like, oh nah.
So who backed out?
Well, that was the only reason though. Yeah, you can't do the kids. But yeah. So anyway. Anytime you can keep it hot, keep it hot. That's what I'm saying. Keep it hot. That's
okay. Who is most likely to run late?
You all day. You late after being late. You still late. After they leave.
That's true, y'all. Who is the better driver?
Me. CDL, Mr. CDL.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. You are the better driver on record because you do have a CDL and I don't. But as far as the safest driver, I feel like that is me. You're aggressive. I drive the screen.
Well, we supposed to be talking about relationship issues and getting love back and stuff.
I'm answering the questions that people sent.
Anybody else do?
These are the questions that go. Yeah.
It's like trivia.
Yeah, it was like a relationship game that people, and then, yeah,
Right,
so we still
going.
got time. So we did that. Who is the clumsiest?
You.
That's true. Now, say why you love each other. Who want to go first?
You go first.
Okay, so I love you, Stan Long, for many reasons. I love you most for the most valuable thing that you've given me. Those of you know, I've been very open about, myself and my journey in this relationship. Like I said, we met on Facebook and we dated online and FaceTime for several months before we got together. And why you threw me off?
You dragging. You giving too much story.
Okay, and so I wasn't a very spiritual woman, right? I love God all my life, but I wasn't very spiritual. And when I met Stan, he introduced me to something that is very valuable, that has become very valuable to me. I have grown my relationship with God tremendously. My spiritual walk has changed my life, and I owe that mainly to him, obviously, and God. But so that's the main reason that I love you. I also love you for coming into a relationship with children and parents. Mary and me really truly met Mary and my family, and he has been a trooper. I'm very close with my parents, my sister, my children, and he went through the ruffles with me as we blended our family. So I love you for that. And I love you for just staying true to who you have been all your life and being an example of what a real man truly is, and me making me realize that I've always needed someone like you in my life. And so those are the things that I really and truly love about you. And that's
sweet of you to say. I appreciate that. And so for me, as an easy one, the thing that I always loved about you is your heart. I saw that you had a heart that was for everybody that was involved in your life, friend or foe. You still reach for people. So I thought that was a beautiful situation. Your loyalty, I felt that you was loyal to whoever you loved and cared for, including myself, dedicated from day one. And so I thought that was huge. And so that was one of the things that made me fall in love with you when I first met you, that you took a chance. Like, a lot of people won't bet if they can't see a sure shot win, right? When you're an entrepreneur, you don't see a sure shot win. You just see somebody betting on themselves and they putting stuff together. And that's what I was doing when I met you. And so you betted on me. And I thought that was big. So your loyalty, the fact that you had a big heart and that you was trusted. Like, I felt that I could trust you to rock with me and wouldn't let me down. So I love you for those things. And then you can cook your face off. Like, you can cook like crazy. So that can't hurt. But you're a homemaker. You're a person who likes to see family. And so that was a big deal because I didn't have a real family structure. My mother was my family pretty much. And I didn't have a real, solid family foundation. So I thought that was something that was a gift, And if you come together, of course, remember when you engage with somebody, you don't also date who they, their family members. So you have to examine the whole situation. And I saw that you had a house, but I also saw that you had a loving house, so that was a good thing. Even though your kids were tough at first, this is because they wasn't used to, without, having somebody in the picture. Yeah. And so I just thank you for having such a big heart. I think that's huge because and the loyalty, even when things got rough for us, in the beginning, it used to be really rough, especially for me financially, because I was transitioning. I'm coming from the state, starting over a career, from the bottom, everything, right? Starting a whole new show from a whole different state, everything happened. So production company, all of those things had to be from anew. So you had to bet on me, right? And so I thank you for that. And I think that's honorable. Yeah, I think that's a big deal.
So what would you say for people? There was one person who wanted to know about their dating long distance, and what would you say was the most valuable thing and then the most difficult thing about couples who start out dating long distance?
That's an easy one. The most valuable thing for me personally.
Right, for me, we'll answer both.
Yeah, the most valuable thing dating long distance for me is the time you get to spend intimately in communication. Mm-hmm. Because you can't really go pick them up, take them on dates, go to the movies, go dinners, but you can talk and you can conversate and get to see what the person is made like, how they think, how they feel about situations, all of that. So you get to be intimate in that way, right? And it builds up for then when you do see that person, then you get to lock in. What I didn't like about it is the fact, like I said from the beginning, you don't get a chance to go on dates. You don't get a chance to say, I'm gonna come pick you up tomorrow morning and we're gonna go have breakfast. I'm gonna come at your job and take you to lunch. I wanna have dinner tomorrow night at the theater or whatever. You can't do that when you're in another state, but it does give you something to long for. So if you value those times, you can build that basement that I was talking about. And that's what we was able to do for 6 months. And so we missed some things because you don't get to be personal and get to weigh them out. But we also had an advantage because we were 3 and 4 hours at a time, on the phone. And so those things is what built the friendship. And one thing I'll say about relationships, guys, is you want to be friends more than anything. The love life, that's going to wear thin eventually. You can only have sex for so many ways. You can only get wet so many times. You can only get this so many ways and this and that. But what we do know is this, and the conversations, the communications, the different places you go, the vibes you create can also create more of those times. But you do have to be friends because it's going to be times where you're not going to like the person you with. You just not. Like, you're not going to feel them every day, And if you feel like you're going to love your mate to death every day, you haven't been married and you definitely haven't dated that many people. Because you can just have a girlfriend or boyfriend for a short period of time and they can do one thing and how the young kids say, well, I'm irritated or whatever, right? But I'm blown, all that. You got to push past that because you're going to have those days. Yeah. And so just like you blown with the person you with, don't think the new person, the new guy or the new girl not going to get you just feeling the same way. They're just going to do something different to blow you, that's all. But you'll be blown. It's just the friendship you build is what make you get past that. So when you feel like you're blown, you can still say, well, we friends though. And so I'm blown, but this is my friend. So I don't like her today, but I still love her. You can say that.
That's very true. So true about the friendship. Like when we have had difficult times, I always think to myself, like, I don't want to lose my friend. So, like sometimes I'll say, where's my boyfriend at? Because before we became husband and not wife, we were friends and he was my boyfriend. And a lot of times when we go back to those times, even mentally, it helps bring back a little bit more smile and laughter and fun because, I'm like, at the end of the day, I don't want to lose my husband. I don't want to lose my friend. And Stan has been like my bestie for since the time that we met. Like, we spent a lot of time talking about a lot of things and he's really like my bestie, sometimes so much to the point where I probably would take it too far and tell him things. He's like, wait, hold, I ain't your girlfriend now. You ain't got to tell me all of that kind of stuff. But he truly is and has been like my best friend. So when we go through difficult times, or when you all go through difficult times, I think that you really, if you are true friends first, that's something that you're going to want to hold on to. And it helps you bring it back, bring everything back. It's like, let's be friends again. Let's have fun some more. Let's, not be so stringent with each other with these married husband-wife rules. Let's just be really our best friends again. And that usually helps bring us back a lot as well.
Yeah, the friendship. That's what I mean. That's that foundation. So you have to set that in order to come back to it. You have to set it to come back to it. If you haven't set the foundation, then you don't have anything to stand on. Yeah. And so I think one of the things that hurt us in long distance is that we didn't get to see some of the things that occurred intimately in our lives, separately. Very true. How you raise children, how you think about children, family, how you structured, how you were raised. All of these things are important. Like if you were raised the way you want to know, you want to have conversations about what's the background? Do the background check on your mate. Look at mama a little bit because, this woman headed that way a little bit. If her mother is having some issues and things not all the way right, you might want to check that and just see if you can see some of that because it will sometimes show up in the same person that you're dating, vice versa. If you have an alcoholic stepfather, then you have to check the temperatures and make sure if you have a drug use person or a person who has, health issues, this and that, all those things are important. So if y'all hear a lot of background noise, just know we had a live retreat situation. And so they blessed us with an area where we can broadcast live, but there's still a bunch of people running around in this big old. So you
hear the noise, that's what it is. Yeah. So make sure that like we said, I can't stress enough having a friendship. That's truly important because when the passion sometimes is going to fade, the fire is going to go out. A lot of those things are going to happen, and you really need
Y'all come on in. Come on in here.
You really need to have foundation.
Y'all see our gang back there?
Hey, y'all.
Come on. Come on in. Come here. Y'all see part of our family? Come here. Come here. Y'all come on in and say hey. So we are live at our retreat. Y'all see what's happening. We got the gang, we got our family here, and we're gonna make some magic this weekend. But and more importantly, we're gonna merge some situations, and we're gonna do some healing and the whole nine. So it's gonna be a great situation.
Yes, we are. And so, what was I saying about?
Family.
I was saying about yes. I was just saying that it's truly important, because when the sparks die, when those things, and when you're sick, you can't be humping and stuff. So you know what I mean, like. But if you have a true friend, and you'll never want to lose that friend, you know.
Yeah, the friendship part. That's the part that's gonna be the glue. Like you're gonna always have an issue with your mate. That's just how it goes. But when you're friends, that's when you can loop back around and remember. We used to be friends. We used to talk. We used to laugh. And you try to bring that back. You try to merge that back.
Yeah. Someone else asked us, what is the secret to not going to bed mad? I mean, that's been a struggle for us here and there sometimes. What do you say to that?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be intentional. That's just that simple. If you're not intentional, you're going to go to bed mad some days because you're emotional. Women are definitely emotional. And so what you have to do is make a decision. That's not what we're going to do. So let's talk about it. We're going to go. And sometimes you have to walk off, right? In a moment, when you're in the moment, it's tough. Like if you right in the heat of the moment, I don't think that you should have serious conversation about relationships, because you're going to be emotional. And when you're emotional, you're going to talk with your feelings. And when you talk with your feelings, you're going to say some stuff that you might can't pull back. So sometimes you want to step away in the heat of the moment. Like, I don't want to talk about it right now. That doesn't mean I don't want to talk about it. It just means this is not the time, because I'm heated. And I don't want to talk rough to you or say something wild to you that's going to make you feel away. So I'm going to step off, and then I'll come back to it when we, both not heated or we're both not emotional about it. Yeah. And so, but you can't let that be, the next day. You have to try to get, that space between you, come back and say, okay, this is how I feel. This is how you feel. Even if you can't agree to disagree, but we're not going to be heated about it. We're going to lay down good, because in the morning we're not promised. So we at least got to lay down good. And it'll help you rest.
Well, I mean, that's how I feel. Like I said, I'm a big person in our relationship. Sometimes I have to reel you in, babe, and be like, I don't want to go to bed mad. I don't want to go. I don't like to do that. I'm a really big person on understanding that every day is not promised to us. And I always say that to him. And I say, let's always keep in mind that, like, what if tomorrow doesn't happen? Would we be okay with how we spent our last moment together? Would you be okay with, when you leave out of the house and you don't embrace your spouse properly, or you're not speaking or whatever? Would you be okay if that was the last moment? And I always, try to keep that in mind myself as a woman. Like, even if I'm irritated or something, I still always say to myself, this is it though. I want to be able to rest knowing that, I was loving to you, and no matter what. And I'm really, really big on that. Really.
And that is a big deal. And you make a good point. You'll always say that to me if I don't, because I'm a person that needs some time. And that's because I know I might say some stuff that I can't bring back or whatever. So I'll just kind of get quiet, or I'll separate myself for a time and then come back into the situation. Right. And that way I can hear better. I won't respond as quickly, stuff like that. Right. So it's just a part of knowing who you are, right? I'm not built like every man not built like me. I have my ways.
Right.
And so that's something that I had to learn, because everybody treats you different in relationships. And you have to learn what, like I say, fits in that situation. I know my spouse. So she's a lot more sensitive than me. Mm-hmm. If I say something in a manner that I talk, sometimes it's going to be a little offensive or hurtful. And so then I have to say, okay, she can't handle that speech, so let me not do that. And so that's just like I say, you learn your mate, she's learning you. That's just the way it goes. It's a process.
It is.
It's a process.
It is a process.
So you guys tell me some stuff about you guys. Tell me, hold on, let me read some. Yes, let me see. Let me grab the phone. Donna Stallings Richards, she said, yes, I feel the same way with my husband to TERRI. My husband and I were friends first. Yep. That's exactly right. Somebody else had made a comment that I wanted to read. Yeah, Teeks. Okay, cool. Shout out to everybody in there. But my point is, everybody is different. We have to understand that everybody's not, the same. So don't look at other people. A lot of people judge, you'll hear women and men come in the house, well, such and such did this and they this and this. That's not for you. That's for them, right? You don't know what they did. You don't know what they going through. You don't know why she received that gift. You don't know why he received that. It's a certain thing that you should focus on, and that's the one in front of you, because they have what's for you and not the other person. So for me, I try not to do the comparison thing, because my wife has her quirky ways. I have my quirky ways. So we have to deal with each other in the way we know.
Right. You want to talk about, I posted something earlier this week, and people have been asking about that. I had shared it with you, and it's about women being, following their men, women being submissive to the men. Do you want to just quickly explain your perspective about why God designed this marriage situation for women to follow the husband?
This is very important. So first of all, let me say this before I go into it. Every man is not suitable to be followed. So it doesn't mean every man is just automatically the head of household.
Right.
So the order of God says this. If you're a man and you look to God as your source, right? That's the one, whatever you consider your God is, the higher being. Then the woman is supposed to then submit to you when you submit to your higher being. You submit. So what happens is you go to God. God gives you what I call downloads, information. That information is to be distributed to your mate. Your mate then respects you because you went to God to get the information. So you're not just some goofy coming up with crazy, lame ideas. You're somebody who is kind of practical in your senses, and you kind of grounded in your spirit. And so now she can trust what you're saying because you're not a goofy, and you have showed and proved that God has shown you some things because y'all winning. Mm-hmm. And so now you start to trust that man because you see he's getting information that's not just coming from out the top of his head somewhere. And so if he's not that person, he's not head of household. So just be clear that the person who's head of household is a person who looks to a higher source for information and then gets to download to give to their family member. It has nothing to do with how much money you make or because you're a man.
Okay, I wanted to make sure you.
And the reason I'm saying that is because a lot of men make a lot of money, and a lot of times they feel like they're head because they're making a lot of money. And so because of that, what if you lose your job? Are you still, now what? What if she makes more than you one day?
Does that mean you're not head of household?
Flipped. See, that's not the way that goes. What happens is she can make as much as she wants, but if God is still giving you the information, the wisdom, you're still the leader. You're still the leader. You can still show her how to govern the money. And so wisdom is what it takes to do that. You have to get that from a higher source. And so I say that to say a lot of people say, I ain't submitting to him. Well, I hear women say, I don't need no man. God made you for a man. That's why you exist. You say that us. So he calls a woman to become a companion for a man, or you wouldn't have a purpose. So the purpose is to unite with a man. Not say I don't need him. The moment you say that, wrong mentality, so he can't link to that. So you got to link to somebody who at least know the order, right? And so a lot of women don't be understanding that, and so they don't have the respect level they should. They can't honor and respect a man enough to yield to him. And so that's something that need to be dealt with before you even lock up with him and get married and this and that. If you can't respect and honor him enough to yield to him, then you can't follow him because you won't take the lead. He can't take the lead. You won't trust him. You'll try to take it back. And so a lot of this is based on women's misconceptions in their house. Mother not married, grandmother not married. A lot of things, no disrespect, but you don't see it. You don't see it. And so you repeat the pattern. You had that same aggressive behavior. And women, please don't think that aggression means strong. I know that a lot of sisters in particular think that if you have a little raw and a lot of oomph, then that make you strong. You can be soft and humble and be strong. You just have to know your place, know your position. I have to know my place as a man. Women have to know their place as women. We have positions and we both have to play them. And so that's just what I say. I don't think that one person's supposed to dominate. See, so let me help you sisters to say, I'm not submitting to him because blah, 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 blah. I hear you. Let me get you. When you submit to him, the right him, like I said, he has to know his position. When you submit to him, he'll honor you for it. And so how does that look? Oh, baby, I'm going to fix your plate. I'm going to blow however that looks in your household. In return, it makes him feel a way about you because he can honor the way you honor him. So now he wants to do that back. Sort of like kingship. The king won't let you out king him. The more you bring jewels to a king, he's going to go grab some jewels and give you more than you gave because you can't out king a king. You can't out king a king.
I like that.
So it's the same. Yeah, that's how it works. So kings give gifts to show their kingship. And so if you heavy up as a king, then you get big gifts. And so like Queen Sheba brought Solomon a ton of gifts, right? Because she was a big time queen. So she brought all these jewels. Well, he always would return a whole bunch of stuff to her in full because he was a king. And so he had to show his kingship. So it's the same in relationships. When she shows you her honor, you in turn honor her back because of what she showed you is honorable.
Right.
So when you popping off at your mate, that's not honorable. It doesn't make you strong. It actually makes you too aggressive and overbearing. And so then he can't respect that. And he's going to pop off back at you. And then y'all going to have a pop off contest.
Yeah.
Not honorable. So you don't have to get into that if you have honor for him. Men, we have to show them something to honor. We have to show them something to honor. We have to get off our ass, put the PlayStation down. You can't smoke tree all day. You have to focus on something that's called a goal. Have one or two. Focus on them. Write them down. Google the stuff. Get it done. But they have to be looking at something that's honorable. They can't just look at talk. They just can't be talk. It has to be something being done that they can say, that's concrete. At least he has a goal, right? A goal. You don't have to have a job. You have a goal, right? Some type of ambition. And if you don't have that, then it's going to be kind of hard for them to believe what you're saying, right? It's going to be kind of hard.
Okay, so we're going to wrap it up by we should give, both of us give our marriage tip, your biggest piece of advice for marriage. And for me, I will say this, and we don't have to agree. This is from me. Right. I'm just saying to you all, it may not be the same, but I feel that one of the most important things in marriage is understanding that what you see. My mother taught me this: what you see is what you get. Meaning, if you see something in a person, you have to determine deal breakers up front, because when you see something in a person that you don't really like, marriage isn't going to make it go away. Marriage is going to expose it even more. So you have to understand, okay, I don't really like this about this person. And getting married to this person means it's going to be exposed even more. Not saying that the person will never work on it or fix it, but you have to understand that going into it, it will be exposed and it will get worse in the marriage while you're working it out. So you just got to be willing to understand that marriage is a journey. It's peaks and valleys. And when you're in that valley, be strong in that valley and be committed to the love that you said you would for life. And it's not easy, but if you stay committed to that and understand that you have a bigger purpose. God wants us to be married and the enemy doesn't. And we want to do what God wants us to do. And so that's my biggest piece of advice. What you see is what you get. So make sure that when you see it, understand marriage is going to expose it even more. So that's my biggest piece of advice.
That's great advice. That's pretty sharp. You're pretty smart.
Oh, thank you.
And so I like what you said a lot. So I don't have a lot to add to it. What I would say is, first of all, go into it openly, right? Don't bring baggage to your relationship. When you get into a relationship, make sure you hold first, right? Because if you're not whole, then it's going to weigh down the other person. Like, deal with what you have to deal with. Any insecurities, deal with them. Any of those type of things, lack of this, deal with that within yourself, because that's a self issue. And when you bring it into a relationship, you're going to add it to the dimension of a relationship when it's really for self. So make sure you hold before you get into a relationship. Don't bring any baggage, meaning if you're still dealing with your old hurt from your last mate and your baby daddies and this and that, don't try to lock into a man to resolve that pain, because you're going to demonstrate a different pain for him. You're not whole, right? So first heal. Make sure you good, then seek a person to be with. Don't do it in the hopes that they're going to help you be whole, because you're going to weigh them down. And we don't need weight, men or women. We don't need weight. Yeah. And so examine yourself before you try to examine the relationship. Make sure you whole in yourself, and that will help make the relationship whole.
And ladies, understand this. You don't have to say something, or men too. Pick your battles. You don't have to say something about every single thing. If you can learn to allow, I have learned throughout my journey with Stan to allow God to handle a lot for me. So before, I used to try to fix everything, or, I was always try to do all of this stuff. Now I have learned to say, you know what, God, I can't do that. You do that. And then I continue to try to keep my internal peace. I give it to God, allow him to work whatever it is. And I also ask God, this is important.
Ask God to fix things in yourself. Say, God, help me to see me. Help me to see the things that are in me that will help me to become a better spouse to my mate, right? So it kind of works that way. So you give your issues to the Lord. That's my perspective. Don't always have to say something about everything.
Mm-hmm. That's good advice.
And that's what has helped me create more peace in my marriage.
And I'll say this to add, do yourself a favor, women or men, do yourself a huge favor. Don't add family and friends into your relationship. If you have issues in your house, keep it in your house.
Yep.
Don't get on social media talking about what somebody did, because you're going to be with them next Tuesday.
Yep.
So don't embarrass yourself by taking down all his or her pictures and doing this and all this. Work your issues out in private. Like, don't judge it. Don't start calling your girlfriends and your mother and your family members and telling what he or she did. The reason I say that is because if you're not totally done, which you're probably not, because you're still talking about it, you're gonna injure what they feel about your mate. Yep. In other words, when they see your mate again, they still think what they thought about what you told them.
And that's so hard.
Now they over it. All right, you over it. They not over it because they hate him or her. And so what you don't want to do is damage that relationship by not being able to come to the cookouts without him being judged or her being judged now because of what you said he or her did and this and that. Keep it under wraps because they're not going to fix it for you. So you could have just prayed about that one and just kept it to yourself, because a lot of times the very person you're talking to about your relationship is doing like this because it's not working.
Yeah.
They just not telling you. They like this.
Yeah.
Tell me more. Say on. And so you just want to do this and just pray about it and have some belief that things will turn around and stay in there and do the work, because it's work. And if you don't want to work, you shouldn't get involved in a relationship, because it's going to be just that.
It is work. Ivy said something good. Generational cycles need to be broken. Very, very true.
Yes, I'm a witness to that. Like, I had no father. I saw my mother been married 30-something years, but not to my father. And so what I saw was a broken home. I saw a dad that didn't have nothing to do with me, left me on steps waiting for months on end, never showed up week in and weekend out. So I saw those things that will break a young man. So I try to, reach out to my son and stop that generational curse. And that's been a journey for me as well. So I encourage women also, if you're a sister right now, please, I'm going to end with this. Please hear me. If I can't, and I'm so serious, this is one of the most serious issues I have. If you are a sister right now out here listening, please, if you have a child and you're not letting this child see the father, if the father's not on drugs or harmful to your child, not in your eyes harmful like harmful.
Right. Don't
do that. It's going to cause resentment, first of all, but you're breaking the child. It's almost abusive because they love both parents. And so you have to, even if you don't love him or her and you feel a way about him or her, it doesn't mean the baby does unless you sway them. And so don't do that, because that's abusive. Let the baby make decisions as they get older. If it's abuse to the baby, he's not showing up on time and he's not being, she's not, that's one thing. But if they're okay with the baby and you're not okay with them, that's your thing. That's personal. It's not the baby's issue. It's still a dad, still a mom. Don't harbor the babies. Don't do that because it hurts the child. A lot of kids are in that position, including mine right now. And my son Seth is suffering at the hands of his mother because she won't let him be a dad. Yeah. That's based on me and her situation. It has nothing to do with my son. Yeah. And so I don't wish that on anybody. Just pray about it. If it's tough for you, ask God to show you something, because obviously it's not hurting you today, but eventually it will.
All right, well, we got to get ready to go. Well, my cousin Karen on Facebook says she thinks Stan is the better singer, and we didn't even sing tonight. Karen, have you been drinking? Listen, I enjoyed
your red dress. And slip on your high heels. And some of that sweet perfume, it sure smells good on you. Hey, she ain't ready for
Mighty Mouse said we gotta wrap it up.
We gotta wrap it up, you guys. I want to say this, man. Never be too cool to pray, and definitely never be too fly to pray. Love hard, live good, God first. Spotlight over the city, baby.